5 reasons Bobby Lashley became WWE Champion on Raw. On this week's Monday Night Raw, Bobby Lashley reached the pinnacle of his 17-year wrestling career, dethroning The Miz to become WWE Champion. Ending the A-lister's reign at just 8 days, Lashley has said that the Almighty era has officially begun, and it's a title change many fans are pleased to see. With that in mind, here are 5 reasons why Bobby Lashley won the WWE Championship this week. Number 5. Lashley has never been WWE Champion before. In the past few years, there have been few stars more dominant than Bobby Lashley. A former Intercontinental Champion, Lashley's recent United States title reign was incredible, and aside from his awkward few moments with Lana, Lashley has been consistently dominant. That makes it all the more surprising that Lashley had never held the WWE Championship ever, that is, until this week's Raw. For someone of his caliber, Lashley winning the WWE title was long overdue, and we're pleased to see it finally happen. WWE are often criticized for relying on the same old names as their champions, whether it be Brock Lesnar, John Cena, or Randy Orton, so we're thrilled to see Lashley get his first taste of WWE Championship gold. We can't wait to see what Lashley brings to the show now that he's WWE Champion, as the Almighty era has only just begun. Number 4. Lashley has been the best booked superstar on Raw recently. After divorcing Lana and thankfully ending their storyline, Lashley's career in WWE was revived when he joined with MVP to form the Hurt Business. The faction only got better with the subsequent additions of Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, and even the most arduous of WWE critics have admitted that the Hurt Business is one of the best things about Raw in the last year. As for Bobby Lashley himself, he has arguably been the best booked WWE superstar on Raw recently, as prior to his WWE Championship win, he enjoyed a dominant United States title reign, dethroning Apollo Crews all the way back in August 2020. Even after Lashley lost the title at Elimination Chamber, he didn't lose any momentum, as that same night he destroyed Drew McIntyre, allowing The Miz to cash in Money in the Bank. Simply put, Lashley deserves to be WWE Champion because he brings legitimacy to the show. He both looks and acts the part, more so than many other superstars on the Raw roster. Had he lost to the cowardly Miz on Raw, the amazing booking of the past few months would have gone up in smoke, and it was great to see him pick up not just the win, but a dominant win over the A-lister. Number 3. Miz was always destined to be a transitional champion. The Miz's second reign as WWE Champion came a decade after his first, and though it was just 8 days long, it was the best decision and made perfect sense. After all, it was Lashley in the Hurt Business that helped The Miz win the WWE Championship at Elimination Chamber, and from the moment Miz was crowned champion, his days with the gold were numbered. The Miz was always supposed to be a transitional champion, and with all due respect to the veteran superstar, having The Miz enter WrestleMania 37 as WWE Champion wouldn't have been as exciting as Lashley being in it. A decade ago, Miz entered WrestleMania 27 as WWE Champion, and although he won the main event, defeating John Cena of all people, he was evidently the third wheel in the budding Cena-Rock feud at the time. As per reports, The Miz is already set for a match at WrestleMania, as he'll be teaming with John Morrison to face the newest team on Monday Night Raw, Damian Priest, and the reigning WWE 24/7 Champion and Grammy Award-winning rapper Bad Bunny. From a business sense, having Bunny compete at WrestleMania will definitely spark interest in WWE, and it'll make for a far more interesting night than having The Miz enter WrestleMania as WWE Champion. Number 2, because it'll be Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 37. We know that The Miz won't be in the WWE Championship picture for WrestleMania, but the question now is, who will be Lashley's opponent? Looking at the Raw roster, there really is no other option better than Drew McIntyre, who kicked off this week's Raw with an impressive physical win over Sheamus. Lashley versus McIntyre will be a blockbuster match worthy of WrestleMania, and the two have a very good reason for facing each other. After all, McIntyre was able to retain the WWE Championship last month inside the Elimination Chamber, and had it not been for the post-match attack by the Almighty, Drew could still be WWE Champion right now. McIntyre will definitely be looking for revenge and made that clear on Raw when he said he's coming for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. In the past year, it's been reported that WWE had hoped that McIntyre's first WWE Championship win at WrestleMania 36 would have happened in front of a live crowd. And with live fans being present for this April's two-night event, then WWE could finally get their wish with McIntyre's third WWE title win. Lashley winning the WWE Championship tonight would ensure that he has a decent one-month-long title reign before probably dropping it to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 37. Number 1. Because there are plans for Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. We mentioned how there's nobody on WWE's roster more suited to face Lashley than Drew McIntyre, but there is one man arguably just as good who isn't currently signed with WWE. Since Lashley returned to WWE on the Raw after WrestleMania 34 in 2018, fans have wanted to see him collide with Brock Lesnar, a match that the Almighty has made it clear that he wants as well. The major issue with this, other than the fact that Lesnar's contract expired after WrestleMania 36, is that Lashley was never booked as a credible threat for the former WWE and Universal Champion until now. WWE could throw fans a massive curveball by having the WrestleMania main event be Lashley versus Lesnar, but given how WrestleMania is less than 40 days away, that looks increasingly unlikely. The fact that Lesnar hasn't re-signed with WWE, the ongoing situation around the world, and Drew McIntyre's promo on Raw makes the chances of Lesnar-Lashley this April unlikely, but it's still a match that could happen down the line. Lashley's win this week could definitely be a way to set up a Lesnar match down the line, perhaps at this year's SummerSlam or even at WrestleMania 38 if WWE can be patient with the Beast and the Almighty. Neither man is known for being a master of the mic, but with MVP and Paul Heyman cutting promos for their respective clients, Lashley versus Lesnar could be a marquee match for WWE, now that the Almighty has gained a ton more credibility thanks to this championship victory. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.